They're gonna.
All right. We are live, everyone. How you guys doing? We got one people watching. I think that's you, Alex. Are you watching us live right now?
I don't watch your channel.
Okay, good. Because I don't watch my own channel either. I can't stand the way how I sound. I just hate my voice. Hate it. Hate my voice. But how you been, man?
I've been good. How have you been?
I've been good, going good. Been
It's
very busy. The last time I think was last week we were supposed to go live, but got a last minute call. I had to go back. There was an issue with the main control panel that kind of operates our gas pump. So we had to go there and talk to the people and had to clear that. So we and then what happened? What else happened? Went to Portland, Oregon yesterday, um, and for to go see the roses. They had the Rose Festival. Yesterday was the last day. When we got there, all I could smell was cow manure. Half. I mean, it was beautiful, but the thing is that the smell, along with that, is a lot of the roses was already fully bloomed, so it was kind of like feather. How what was that word?
frail, or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all the petals was pretty much on the ground, and what else? The parking. Jesus, the parking is a pain in the ass, and I mean, it's a huge. I guess you can call it a park. So there is this Japanese garden that you can go. They have a portion there, but you have to pay $21 to get in. I was like, I'm not gonna pay $21. I'm a cheap guy like me. I'm not gonna pay. So we end up just staying around that smelly place. And hey guys,
Hey,
Sorry.
and
you
in the
made it.
house. Yay!
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Yeah. Yeah. So and then we drove to one of their national parks and saw like what's that waterfalls and looking out the Columbia River, and it was a 2.5 hour drive there, and
Hmm.
it was close to four and about close to 5 hours driving back because there were three accidents on I-5, so it was pain in the ass.
It wasn't exactly a relaxing experience.
No, I mean, when we got there, it was relaxing. But coming home because we wanted to have dinner with my mom because she eats her dinner around 5:30, so we
Hmm.
wanted to get there so we can have dinner with her. But due to the traffic, we got home at 8. We got home at close to 7:45, close to 8 o'clock. Well, that took away at least about 2 hours of driving extra. And other thing is, let me vent. If if any of you guys watching this show are bikers, okay, you guys biking ways, you commute, I praise you guys for this, lack of emission and so and so. But if you guys on a mountain track and there's only two roads going in and out, pull over, pull over, okay, pull over because when we got to that national park, it was a two-way road, one going,
You're talking about bicyclists?
no, yeah, bicyclists.
Okay.
Yeah, there was there was five people bicycling, and there was 20 cars because we can't buy we could not bypass them because there was other cars coming the other way. Oh, I was just like, oh, and that took at least another 30 minutes of our time on in a car. But other than that, everything was good. What's up, Big Fly? What's that? Biggie McFly, the comic guy. What's up, guys? How you doing? Thanks for joining this live show. We got four people in the house. That's actually four extra people than we normally have this early in the stream. So I'm very, 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 very happy. Normally we would have this stream probably on Tuesday night. Uh,
Hazeldan's adjusting the.
yeah, don't mind the
Man.
Harry.
I
Don't
keep
mind the
touching the
Harry.
screen. It's a screen touch.
So is it? How's it working out for you guys?
I don't know. I'm
You look
I'm learning
fine
how
on
stupid
our
I
end.
am. Yeah.
It's good. We can see you guys more.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just trying to
trying
expand.
to adjust to
I don't know.
new technology.
Yeah. Oh
So
well. Yeah.
David's got a new setup too.
Yeah, I
Oh,
bought a new computer. Hopefully that this won't like freeze or kick me out of this stream or
Yeah.
have any type of lag. I talked to the
Okay.
people in Apple. They said that this computer should have a full capacity so that we won't have any lags anymore. So with
That'd be
that
good.
said,
Yeah.
going throughout the stream, and if you see me freeze more than 5 seconds, I'm taking this computer back to Apple. I want my money back. So how you
Everything.
been?
Do what?
How you been?
Pretty good. Yeah, just working and just had a birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, whose
And
birthday?
It was my birthday.
Saturday.
Hey, happy belated birthday, man.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Oh, congratulations.
Plus
18
It's
plus
legal
12.
now.
Yeah, now I'm 50,
49.
49.
49, well, 50. Yeah, I mean, in other country, you are considered 50.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm so old I can't remember how old I am anymore. Every year I'm off by a year.
Hey, but at least you're on this side of it.
Yeah, I'm on the correct side of it.
Yeah, well, I'm 53, so
Okay.
I have surpassed that. I mean, my body feels like a 65-year-old man. Every time I bend to grab something, I'm making the grunt sound.
Yeah.
You know.
I injured myself
Sleeping.
Oh, okay, that's hard. That's
Yeah, that's starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real thing now. It's a reality. It's my back and my leg. My leg hurt for almost 2 weeks, and my back hurt for about a week. And I just woke up in pain. I'm like, I don't know what happened. Stepped out of the point. So yeah.
all right. You got to ask your wife what she was doing when you were sleeping. She was just going like.
Yeah, yeah. Wake up with bruises all over my body.
And she's practicing her elbow drop, you know.
Yeah,
The Muay Thai.
yeah.
Oh man, talking about getting injured during sleep. I haven't told this my wife, but one time she slapped me right here. I was sleeping and all I saw was "Pah!" I'm like, what the hell? And then she was just sleeping. I
Yeah.
guess when she moved, her hand just came over and just came right across. And I was pissed, but I can't get mad at her because it wasn't done purposely.
Right. Yeah.
He tackled me in my sleep. Well, his sleep
I was having a dream.
Yeah.
I was having a dream that I was playing
football.
and I was going after somebody, and I was reaching out to grab them, and I guess it was so real. I like rolled over and I grabbed her by the neck.
I woke up screaming,
Yeah,
and then he
I
like
just kind of went like that, just laid down, and tried to like play it off.
pretend like nothing happened.
Yeah, and then I sat there for a minute, and she was like, groaning and stuff and freaking out.
No, and then he goes, "Did you just scream like?"
And
I'm like,
And then-
gaslight meds?
and
Like,
then I kind of realized what happened, and I started laughing and realized it was actually kind of funny, But yeah, it was kind of weird.
What did you play football when you were in high school or in college?
No, I just had a dream about it, and I was trying to get past the offensive line
Interesting.
to get to the quarterback, and I was grabbing around for the neck, which is probably not legal anyway. And
He's building up his criminal defense.
You know,
Yeah. Been watching court TV.
at least you didn't like cross-check me.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any cases. I mean, I'm not saying that it should be done, but I wonder if there's a case that somebody actually did like a harmful I mean,
There are
yeah, during sleep.
Probably, yeah.
not, yeah, but when the outcome's deadly, it's usually not an accident.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta look up. I should look that up. If there's any cases that there was like sleepwalking or something, and
Right.
somebody did
There
something.
was.
There
I
was.
can. I can. I recall a case. I forgot the name. It was nothing to do with grabbing or punching or slapping, though, like you're describing. It was
Yeah.
a guy that said he woke. He woke up, or no, he didn't wake up. He was sleepwalking, and he went into his closet and grabbed a
That
handgun
doesn't keep.
and walked all the way
Oh my
back to
God.
where his wife was, and then he shot her in the head accidentally, all
Uh,
while sleepwalking. It just was
Wow.
ridiculous. It was,
huh.
they threw it out, and he didn't. He was convicted. It was he tried to use sleepwalking as the defense for that.
Mm.
There's too
Well,
many fine motor skills that are required.
Yeah.
no. I
What
mean,
I've
thinking
noticed
about.
lately is if you're going to commit a crime or hide it, do not Google search everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
There's like all these cases right now where people are getting caught because of their search history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful,
Well,
David.
I haven't done anything, but I was just thinking, hey, wouldn't this be like a great, like a great story? A guy that kills while he's sleeping and he doesn't know he did it.
For like a
Yeah.
comic book,
Yeah, for a comic book. And like,
that'd be interesting.
how do
Yeah,
you
that would be.
convict a guy that who does things while he was during his sleep? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just threw an idea out there.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be interesting. Actually.
Yeah.
Okay, we got CBA in the
Oh,
house. We don't see him.
sorry, it
Is
was
that a high school diploma or is that
I think
a
that's a junior high school diploma.
Oh, okay? I thought that was like an MBA or PhD, but it looks very small to be an MBA.
Maybe kindergarten or
I don't know. I
something
didn't.
like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was a doctor or PhD of something in some field. You know, he does have a really
Teasing.
nice voice.
David knows I'm joking.
I'm just saying he has a very nice voice. I mean, I could see him at some Filipino parties just singing, his thing. So anyway, hey guys, all right. I want to talk about one thing that has been it's been talked about before. I have brought it up many times. All right, it's got to do with first appearance. Before you guys say, "Oh no, it's Hawk 181, Hawk 180." No, I'm not talking about that. Those type of first appearance. Collectives can kind of decide what. But here's the thing that I still do not understand why people are paying top dollars are first appearance of certain era. Okay, let's say Batman. You have a Batman and you have Joker. Of course, I could never get Tech 27, 28, 27, or is it
Yeah.
28? Yeah,
27.
yeah, and I could never get Batman one for first Joker. But why is people paying a premium for a first appearance in Silver Age comic, or first appearance in Bronze Age comic or Copper Age comic? And like, do you guys understand the whole why or the needs or the specifics? Or yeah, go
I,
ahead.
I kind of get it for some of them. Like I think, like Captain America was Avengers #4, and prior to that, his last
Oh,
appearance.
this event is Captain America #1.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Silver Age. His first appearance in the Silver Age is Avengers #4, and prior to that, the last time you saw him was like in the probably early '50s with some of the Golden Age books and stuff like that. And then he kind of disappeared for several years, and then they brought him back in Avengers #4. So I think he had a pretty long absence before he was shown again in the Silver Age.
So,
And like the Submariner, probably the same thing for the Submariner too, because he was a. Those are two really big Golden Age heroes. So Submariner was in all those Marvel mystery books and his own issue in the Golden Age, the Submariner comics in the Golden Age, and then he had his first, I believe, his first Silver Age appearance in Fantastic Four number six, Fantastic Four #6, and I think there's a little bit of time in between that as well. So I can kind of see some of those, and but yeah, I'm not sure about guys like the I'm not sure about like the Riddler and the stuff like that, and some of those other Batman heroes and stuff. I'm not sure how long that absence is between the first appearance in the Silver Age and the Golden Age, but for some of those Marvel people, it's quite a stretch of time before they were reintroduced. So I think it's pretty. That might be part of
Okay,
it.
I can understand the absence of being absent from 1950s to for a decade that certain characters been
Yeah.
has not been on comic book, and he just somehow he reappears in one of the issue. And okay, I guess so. What understand it, but what about Joker? I mean, I don't understand about that character. I mean, I love the character for who he is, how the nemesis to Batman, but Batman and Joker was always there throughout the Golden Age, right?
Yeah.
And why is it so? Why? Who the hell is this? Is this another IT? Is this another IT guy? No, anyway. So why is it so important to have the appearance of Joker or Batman in a Silver Age comic?
So I think that Hazeldan. You guys are muted.
Right. I think I can.
Let's see. Did you mute them by accident?
No, I can't unmute them because I haven't muted them. Oh, they say their mic is.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna have to.
I don't know.
You're unmuted. You're
You're good
good.
now. You're good now.
Break me off, so I'm gonna have to like go in here and
Yeah.
it keeps timing us out. So I'm gonna have to go in here and change some stuff. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so
Why don't you just turn the
Oh,
camera
now
off?
they're completely gone. Oh my
yeah,
god.
I'm still here.
Oh my
I
god.
just
Something happened to them. Hazeldan, are you still there? Are you still there?
we're here.
Oh, we're here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, can you
Nothing.
hear us?
Hold on.
I think this is the end of civilization.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Ron,
here. We're trying to fix our
muted.
settings. It keeps
You're muted,
Yeah.
I
Ron.
didn't mute it.
No,
What are you
not
trying to
you.
do?
I want it to stop timing out.
I don't know how to do that.
You go to settings and you go to sleep timer.
Where's that at?
I don't know. Settings.
This part you can mute yourself, Hazeldan. You
So
guys.
Are we muted?
No, we're not. Go ahead and mute us.
why does this only happen when it's my turn?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good. It's kind of faint, but it's good. Try talk now. Is that a new gadget you got on?
It's a cheap gadget. That's the problem.
Oh, okay. I can hear you
Okay,
good
I can
now.
hear you.
Yeah, you
It's a
can hear
little
you
bit
good.
low. It's better than before, though.
Yeah. How you been, Ron?
Okay, how you guys doing?
Good, good. We're just talking about first appearance in comic book era. I want to have you guys your thoughts of why is it so significant to have a certain issues of that certain character in those era, like Joker in a Silver Age, first appearance of Joker in Silver Age, or Batman. So we were kind of talking about that first appearances in era, I guess era or am I saying this right? Am I saying it the right way?
Yeah, you
Okay.
are.
So Alex, you were about to say something to elaborate on that.
Yeah, they pretty much hit the nail on the head, Hazeldan. But if I add a little more, I think it makes sense when the character's completely changed. If they completely change the character from the Golden Age to the Silver Age, setting Captain America aside for a moment, if we're talking about like the first appearance of the Red Tornado, I think I've mentioned this on your channel before. The Red Tornado was originally a spoof character, someone that was just that was there for comic relief purposes. And it was basically a woman that wore a pot on top of her head, a cooking pot, and she wore rubber gloves and wore like a weird red cape thing. And it was supposed to be this clumsy character that was part of the Justice Society of America.
Okay.
and no one ever wanted to include her because she was just a goofball and really didn't contribute in any meaningful way to the team. But she wanted to be a part of it, and they eventually awarded her an honorary position on the team. Although I don't think she actually went with them on any missions and did anything like that. Then that character was quickly dismissed and removed and kind of scrapped. But that same name, the Red Tornado, was reintroduced much later in the Silver Age, which is why it says the first appearance of the Red Tornado. That one was not the same woman. It was not the cooking pot on the head or anything like that. It was an android, and I forgot the exact story behind how the android was created, but maybe you guys are familiar with the Red Tornado. So if you get the first appearance of the Red Tornado in the Silver Age, completely different character, but they still call it first appearance in the Silver Age because they're still acknowledging the existence of the previous character that was completely different. So if you're going to get the Silver Age appearance, it makes sense because it's a completely different character. So it still makes sense that it's worth money and has key significance.
Okay, so I can understand the fact for that character, but what about Joker? Joker was always a nemesis to Batman.
Now the Joker, the only thing I can think of, and I might be wrong about this, maybe Hazeldan or Comic Book Aesthete can correct me if I'm wrong. When I think the first Bronze Age appearance of the Joker was when the character was dramatically changed. I think. You guys okay over there?
No.
They're just having too much fun with themselves. Okay.
Do it? Yeah, start camera.
I did. That's what I did before. Hang on, let me get my face out of here. We don't know what we're doing.
What happened?
I don't know.
It keeps freezing on the camera now.
I'm gonna leave the studio. I'll be back. I'm gonna get in and get out again. Hang on.
Okay.
All right. So
what the Joker? Okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. First Bronze Age appearance of the Joker. I think the reason that there's some significance behind this, I could be wrong, it could be the Silver Age, but I'm pretty sure it's the Bronze Age. It's because the character was dramatically changed as far as how do I say it? Like just the general attitude or disposition of the character. Before it was more like kind of a goofy, jokey character, and he'd like throw bananas down and paint on people's faces and things like that. It was kind of like and then when Neil Adams redid the character, it was more like a maniacal, crazy thing like that, something like that. He kind of made it a completely different thing than what we were used to seeing in the Golden Age. So I could see why, because then now we're seeing the Joker for the Joker that we recognize today, the maniac that kills people and does these sick jokes and stuff like that.
anything you want to add, Ron, about his first appearances in certain era, then why it's because I just don't get it. If first appearance should be always first appearance, but I mean, now Alex kind of put aside that when you have a significant change in a character's persona, then, what about since you are a Black Widow collector, we know that her first appearance is in what is that? Tales of Suspense, is it?
Yeah.
And
50
52,
something,
53 or 54, somewhere around there.
So does that character change? So is it important for us to get first appearance of Black Widow in a Bronze Age?
So I think when she first showed up, she had like a widow outfit, a black dress, and a veil.
Yeah.
But then when she went into Amazing Spider-Man 81 in that tight suit, she looked totally different. Even her hair color was different. So I don't think that's really a first appearance. They just said she was the same person. And back in Tales of Suspense, she was a bad guy, and then she became a good guy eventually. I don't know if it really matters.
But weren't there like 3 different Black Widows though?
What, back in the 60s?
No, I'm. Aren't there like 3? There's like a blonde one, a redhead. There's like
Oh,
different.
that's recent history. That's Elena Belova.
Okay.
I guess they're all Black Widows.
Yeah, because
Anyone-
we found that the Black Widow is considered is a code name for the organization, right? So whoever's in the top elite is considered as a Black Widow, but it's just that we are more known to have what's her name? Scarlett Johansson played what's her name?
Natasha.
Natasha as a Black Widow. So that's what we all know, and that's what the history of comic book has shown that she is the Black Widow. But but the thing is to me is okay if the persona or the image has changed in time, and what you have said, Ron, is that she used to be bad, but now she's good. When did she turn good? It during the Bronze Age time? And did she during the Bronze Age is the time that she got her new outfit in Amazing Spider-Man? It is that's the whole thing. Is like, why is that character, or why is that not considered as a key issue?
I think the only reason why it's a key is because she has a new costume. But I think they consider her the same person.
So
But anyway,
No
going back
significant-
to
No significant change in the history or anything like that. Then,
I don't think so.
like you know how they like retcon certain things, and if there's something like that, then maybe.
Yeah, it's the same story as it was in the movies. Former KGB agent now helping out Shield.
okay.
So it was the same person. I don't know when she turned good. She started working with the Avengers. I can't remember what issue number.
David, I think they're trying to get in.
They're not here.
Okay, he said that. Ask David if they're locked out.
No,
If
they're
he's
not.
locked-
locked out. The last time they tried in, they said that they have to have their mic and their cameras to be connected. But I'll see if I can send them another link.
But to get back to Alex's story about the red tornado, my understanding about that is they tried to figure out some explanation about how the heroes from the 1940s still existed in current time. So they created that Earth 1, Earth 2 thing. So Justice Society is an Earth 2, and Justice League of America is an Earth 1.
Hold on, I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Everyone's
So-
leaving, Dave.
Well, see, that's, I mean, people have told me that the significance why is this key a certain character to appear in a certain era is it's a key issue. It's due to, I guess, they're saying being rarity is there's not many out there that is available, but I don't buy that. I can understand for the golden age because it's a golden age. I mean, you're not gonna find golden age comic book out in the wild. I mean, some people do find it, but I mean, to find a first appearance of a certain character is really hard to find. But I don't. I feel as if Silver Age comics are a little bit more accessible to get, in and especially when when people say, oh, this is Batman so and so first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman. It to me it's like, wait, that mean does the collector or beginning collector would start collecting first appearance of that certain character in a Bronze Age, Copper Age, and Modern Age? I mean, does that consider as a key? And the answers that I got is, oh no, because Silver Age is being it is being because it's almost like being golden age because there's less and less and less that is available.
Well, you can get them, you just can't get them in great shape.
Yeah,
All the rich people got all the good copies, so
yeah. So
it's hard to find the near mint copies.
where does it stop? I mean, where does it stop? I mean, does it stop exactly at Silver Age? I mean, people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for mid grade of a major character in Marvel or in DC, but it's not their very first appearance. It's just that happens to be their appearing in that era, like Silver Age, Bronze Age, whatever, And like I said, I can kind of understand the whole idea that like Captain America been introduced in 1950, and he's been just somehow been not on a comic book, and suddenly he appears in Avengers like in decades later. I can understand that there's a gap of 10 to 15 years. There's a gap, so I can understand that. But when it comes to
you don't see him for a while. Then they resurrect him, and they say, "Oh, this is the first appearance of him during this era." That's how they do it.
Yeah. So I mean,
So is that after he comes out of cryo sleep or whatever, right? Or no?
so that was I have no idea. I'm sorry. I don't read too many comic books, but it's just to a point where I know he was a golden age character, but now because he appears in silver, that's considered as his first silver age. But now, what Hazeldan has said, or you, Alex, was saying that he was absent for 15 years before he appeared again. Then I can Oh, I see now. I can understand that along with Submariner or consider as Namor. But other characters, Batman. I don't think Batman character ever changed from Golden Age. He was always a detective or trying to find crimes or trying to stop crimes. And how's that considered as a key issue just because he's in a Silver Age? Which I don't even know what issue first Batman Silver Age appearances.
I don't know that either.
See, because nobody talks about it, but they talk about Catwoman, they talk about Joker, and Joker. I'm sorry, it was the Bronze Age, not the Silver Age.
I guess because Batman never went away, he just continually kept showing up. So if he didn't disappear, then we're not going to make a big deal out of it.
The same goes for Joker. Joker never disappeared during the Silver Age.
Didn't he disappear for a while? He disappeared and kind of came back.
Well, from my understanding is that when Bob Kane introduced Joker, they didn't like that character. That DC decided, this character is not. But somehow they kept writing him through throughout the Golden Age, and Bronze Age. I guess Neil Adam or whoever wrote that story decided it should be a little bit more darker character. But how long Joker was absent during Golden Age to Silver Age? I mean, to Bronze Age. I don't think it was nothing like Captain America was just like 15 years absent, even with Submariner. I know Joker was always there during the Silver Age because you see him on the cover. There's that photo with Joker's face. There's so I was just wondering, why are people throwing money at this first appearance? So he's a damn, but I kind of get an understanding of Captain America,
Right.
along with Namor, but like first appearance of Catwoman in a Silver Age,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. I think it's just sort of like a minor key. So I think people just kind of consider them as minor as it might be. I think they still consider them keys. It's just that of that era and of that decade, it's still like the first appearance in that decade, which I get it. I mean, it's a little bit of a minor key, I suppose. But I don't think they should be like crazy expensive and stuff like that. I'm not sure what the market is on those, but I think it's just because, like I said, I think it's just like a little minor key. So people always like to collect keys and stuff like that. And it's kind of a significant thing, I guess. Like it's the first Joker in the era, like the first Flash in the Silver Age, and Checkbook #4, but Barry Allen. It's like the first. But I guess that's a little bit different, isn't it?
That's different because it's a new character, like a new Flash.
Character as well, yeah. So, but yeah, I think it's just a little minor key.
Yeah, because I myself I'm a Spider-Man fan, and
Right.
I don't read all his comic book, but I just know some of his history, and I don't see people are talking about, well, since his first appearance are in what, Silver Age, so why
Right.
not people are talking about his first appearance in Bronze Age?
That's true. Yeah, it just seems to be prevalent with the Golden Age characters.
This is an interesting topic. I think
Yeah.
it deserves more research.
Yeah.
I like I said, when it comes to the first appearance of Joker in that Batman, in that early Bronze Age, I mean, I really don't like the cover done by Neil Adam. I mean, call me crazy. I just thought that cover is some. I don't know why people like that cover, but after what Alex has talked about is that his whole persona, his character has changed into a darker, character. So it's the same Joker, but is he had the whole mindset of being so different. Okay, okay. You was somewhat sold me on that, but other characters like Catwoman, first appearance
One
of
one one that I don't really agree with or that I don't like, and it just could be that I don't like the cover too, and that could be something that just subconsciously adds to that. Is I don't like the Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. That book, I really don't like that. I know it's a key and people collect that one, but
Yeah.
if it's ever possible, I'd try to just get the Golden Age. It's really expensive, but I'd still probably.
that's right.
That one I don't understand. A Silver Age Riddler, I don't understand the story behind that one.
Well, no, you
Well,
know
I
what?
think it's because people like collecting like the villains, and
Right.
you're gonna be priced out of like a lot of the first ones, like obviously Joker,
Yeah.
Catwoman. So you just kind of get what you can. I mean, I don't know that it's
So the
pathetic. I just
Silver Age. So you're saying the Silver Age Riddler is purely just because of price, not because of any other significant change or something like that.
I think that, and just a lot of people do like that run.
And it also might be a little bit of a marketing as well. Like if your comic shops are touting that as the first appearance of the Joker in the Bronze Age or the first appearance of the Joker in the Silver Age, and they're selling it as that, and then CGC puts that stuff on their labels, and just over time those things kind of get around and they just get in people's minds, and I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know
No,
why.
everything's fine. Everything's fine. You don't touch
I-
anything.
This
Sorry.
whole trouble started because our computer keeps screening out, so it keeps timing us out, and the
Keeps
screen
going to
saver
sleep.
it keeps
so-
going to sleep, and we don't know how to take the sleep off. And we used our computer for like 2 hours last night and didn't have
It's
one ounce of a
issues,
problem.
yeah.
And now
You
it's
guys
shutting
have
off.
those extensions with like a back scratcher extension. And just
No,
use that. Whenever it goes sleep, you can just go down
Yeah.
there and just click.
just have to get up every 30 seconds and turn the computer
Well,
off.
the
And
camera.
the reason why we couldn't get back in is because I tried to fix that before. I thought you didn't fix it, or
I thought I did.
You guys look
Oh,
look
yeah.
good on there though, the camera and everything.
Man. Blame it on your wife. Did you fix it? Did you fix?
yeah, I thought she fixed it, but I guess we didn't get it fixed. I'm gonna have to just get up every 10 seconds and fix it. So
Well, you could just, I don't know.
just
Is it a setting or
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't
it-
find the. We can't. It's a new computer, so we can't find
We'll
it.
figure it out later.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
We'll
not-
have to figure it
You
out
guys
later.
are looking great. You guys are looking great.
Well,
So
thank you. Yeah, we weren't expecting to be on that early. I thought it was gonna be like,
Yeah. Just
But it wouldn't matter because we didn't
Yeah,
have
we
the
didn't
time
have
last
anything.
night.
We didn't have to
So
call my spouse, so we let everything was fine.
Yeah.
But, oh well, sorry guys. I'm
Sorry,
really
guys.
sorry. Yeah, that's
I love you guys, man.
yeah.
Okay, so make me understand about this. I'm a modern age collector. I don't
Right.
have too much silver, bronze. So like you were saying earlier, just because you can't get their first appearance in silver or golden, people are willing to settle for bronze or what so and so. So for me is I don't understand how collectors say this is the first appearance of this character. Okay, let's say NYX. Okay, NYX. number 3, first appearance of Laura Kinney, right? Later becomes a X-23. That doesn't happen till probably all new Wolverine, right? But that is about what 12,000 to a $1,200 book.
Wait, which one is that?
NYX3.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's her first appearance of Laura Kinney. Later becomes an X-23 as a Wolverine. So people are saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna settle for NYX4 because that's her second appearance." And like
Well,
it's, to me,
I
like
mean, I think some people do that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, people are doing that, but I just don't understand. I don't know. It's for me to is like why second? Why? Here. Okay, here's the thing. This kind of got me thinking because it's about okay. First thing was Gwen Stacy, right? You got Spider Gwen. You got her coming back as a clone. It becomes a Spider Gwen in Edge of Spider Verse number 3, right? 2. Okay,
2, yeah.
but if you really think about it, if you want her first appearance, you got to go all the way to Silver Age to ASM what 31, 33. First
Oh,
appearance.
The first
Yeah,
one.
I know the cover. I just can't
Yeah,
think
it's
of
the
it either yet.
yellow cover.
Yeah,
Right?
I think it's 31. I think it's no. Yeah, I think it's 31 or 33. But anyway, isn't that her very first appearance of Gwen Stacy, regardless if it's a clone in the modern age? But why is that book? Why is the Spider Gwen book almost the same as her first appearance, even though it's her first appearance is in Silver Age, but that character is in modern age, but it's still the same.
You know what I think?
I
I think that there's some people that this might sound ignorant on my part, but I really think that there are a large group of newer collectors that are just discovering like where the character actually first appeared or the concept originated. I think there are some newer collectors that just they had money, bought whatever was trending. They're like, "Oh, this is the first appearance." No, actually it's back here. They're like, "Wait a minute, damn, I already bought this for like $5,000. I don't have another 5,000 to go get the real one, you know what I mean?" And then I could, like I said, I could be wrong on this, but I feel like there's some truth to what I'm saying.
but
Because
but here's the answer that I got from a lot of the people that I asked, is that they said it's the first time that character becomes another character, like because they got the suit. Like for instance, Miles Morales, his first appearance was in UF4, but he doesn't really get that whole his uniform until issue number 6 or 7 in the Ultimate Spider-Man number Ultimate Comics, I think.
mhm. Well, there was all right. Let me give you an example. This
So,
is
I mean,
this
like,
is real
I
quick,
don't
real quick.
understand.
This is anecdotal, but it still is applicable to what you're talking about. There were people who thought that the first appearance of Batman Beyond was like that.
Yeah,
That
annual
one book.
Advanced.
No, yeah, it's like something. It's like a modern, but it's like from 2011 or 12, and it has like a red cover on it. I forgot which one it was. Batman, Superman, something. I forgot.
Yeah,
And then
that's
people were like,
it's the Batman Superman annual number 10. Yeah.
yeah. So they thought they're like, this is the one. No, it isn't. It's the Batman Beyond issue number 1 from 1999. And then people are like, oh crap, I already bought this. And now there's a dedicated like pool of people that have already invested in this book and recognized it as the first appearance. Then they got to go back and go buy the other one that's actually the real first appearance. So it's weird.
Okay, so first appearance of a comic book, first appearance in a certain era, and now there's this first appearance in the continuity. It's like, what the fuck?
Well,
Yeah.
the first the first Gwen Stacy is not the same character as the first Spider Gwen. And I think it's also a different character than Gwenpool, right? These are
No.
all different characters.
From my understanding, that she was cloned. It was a clone in a different, is in a different universe, right? In a different, not 616. It's from a alternate universe. But it all boils down to is that she's Gwen Stacy. That's why they call her Spider Gwen.
I think, well, some of the Golden Age books, the Golden Age books have already been expensive for a long time. Let's just dismiss some of the weirdness that's going on right now with the Golden Age market.
Well, Golden Age market. So I just want to talk about first appearance.
I know.
In general, it's like
I think that some people didn't know. I think that there were some collectors that just got into it, modern collectors that are probably, anywhere from 15 years old to 35, 30 that didn't know anything about this stuff. That got into it, and whatever was on YouTube and hot, they recognized that to be the first thing, or whatever they thought was the first appearance or first iteration. Okay, just so I can, there's some room there to kind of maneuver around, because you're talking about Gwenpool and Spider Gwen and Gwen Stacy's. Is like all these iterations of basically the same character. In a way, they're kind of the same character, but not really. But there's always those collectors.
Okay, let's call them the variant of a certain character.
Okay, yeah, the variants. But there are people who are purists that are going to say, I want the first time this type of character was ever introduced. I want to go back and find where it all began. There are collectors like that. And there are some that made the mistake of, acting prematurely and bought something and then later discovered something else. So maybe that partly explains why Silver Age appearances or Bronze Age appearances have some value.
I think just some people might just resonate with Gwen, like Spider Gwen, more than Gwen Stacy. I mean, it's it's what's out in the movies right now. Like, I don't know. I just think some people might gravitate towards that, and there are also people who primarily collect modern comics. Well, they're going to want the Gwen Stacy, like the Spider Gwen, not.
Not the actual Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man.
And they're not. I mean, technically, I guess they're supposed to be kind of the same person or whatever, but they're really not. So that there is a difference, and they are different. So I think they're both first appearances.
Yeah. No. So there's okay. I guess, but I don't know.
Do you think I'm completely wrong saying that contributed to it? Not that it was the primary reason?
I think a little bit. I think a little bit of everything. I think it's the way marketing is. Because even way before Gwen Stacy came about or whatever, like even that, like David was talking about earlier, like the first Bronze Age appearance of Two-Face, and the first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face, and the Golden Age is his first appearance, and they have like these first appearances in different decades. And they're touted as like his first appearance in that decade, for some reason. And it's just the way it's kind of marketed. It's the way that it's been around. So I think they kind of get stuck in people's minds. And then so every time there's like a new, this is the first appearance of Gwen Stacy in the modern age or whatever, and they kind of go out to it. But yeah, Alex, I think you're right. I think there is like part of that as well. Because I know like for me, I thought like Captain America 100 for a little bit, for like a small amount of time. For whatever reason, I was thinking that was his first Silver Age appearance for a little bit, and then I realized that no, it's actually Avengers #4, and that's the valuable one for the Silver Age is the Avengers #4, not the Cap 100. And so I think some people do kind of misidentify those things, and they end up going for what they think might be that particular gorilla or whatever, but it's it's not, like you said. So I do think that can contribute. I think everything that we've been talking about kind of contributes to it a little bit. But for me, I think the main reason is just the way that it's touted. Like, I think it's just the way that it's presented. The comic book store is presented as, you go to your LCS and they'll be like, oh, this is the first appearance of the Riddler in the Silver Age. This is the first appearance of Two-Face in the Silver Age, and they have it on their labels and they have it in the display box. And CGC probably has it on their labels, and it's just the way they've been doing that for years. So I think people get stuck doing that, and then maybe it carries over into other characters that they don't do that way, and then so they start looking for these first appearances of the Silver Age and Bronze Age and Modern Age because they can't afford, like you were talking about, they can't afford the Golden Age real first appearances because they're just outrageously expensive. So they go for whatever they can go for, whether it's silver, bronze, or modern, and then they kind of get what they can collect. And so I think it's a little bit of everything.
I think too, like some people might just start collecting certain runs, like they're going to collect the Neil Adams Batman, and that has a lot of those, keys.
Yeah, I don't think it's one thing. I think it's a whole bunch of stuff. Probably a little bit different for everybody, but yeah.
Interesting.
So I whipped out my 1989 Overstreet comic book price guide, and I was looking at this Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. So it says it was the first appearance of the Riddler since 1948. Boy, this print is really small, and I'm really old. So it's
that's a huge.
So the first real appearance of Riddler is Detective Comics 140. So that's in the early 40s. So technically, this first silver appearance of the Riddler is actually his third appearance. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a huge gap, though.
Yeah. I mean, he's been
almost 20 years.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying about Captain America. I think there's like a huge gap with Captain America too and stuff. And Ron, like you were saying, like when you look it up in the price guide, it states this is his first Silver Age appearance, and he hadn't been featured in 20 plus years or 30 years or however long it is. And that's what I was talking about. I think that's how it's touted and that's how it's presented, and people kind of realize that hey, it's kind of a minor key or whatever because it hadn't been shown for a while. And that's his first appearance in that decade. So I think that, like I said, that's kind of how it's marketed too. It's in the stores, it's on the CGC labels, and it's in the price guides, and people see that and they think, oh, this is a major book, and they go out and they buy it.
Imagine if Uncle Ben decides to just pop up in Amazing Spider-Man after 50 some years.
Right.
First appearance of Uncle Ben.
First appearance of Uncle Ben in modern, because he's been dead ever since what? Spider-Man #1, right?
Yeah, 1960 something. Yeah.
Careful! We're gonna get the Comic Tom special if you say that, David.
I don't know.
They're gonna come out with some weird variant where Uncle Ben comes back.
It's just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. It's just to a point where the niche market is driving this certain book or certain eras or certain characters is to a point where, to me, is like, okay, if I've got into this collecting just now and I want to get an idea and I've been hearing all this, it's to a point is I'll be overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed when I first started in
this is a weird time.
And there's first appearance and continuities. Like first Harley Quinn in DC continuity, it comes in that one shot with
Alex
Ross cover, which is a great cover.
I had that one.
But to me, that is still a stupid freaking book to pay over $800 on a freaking near mint copy.
I paid $250 for that and sold it for like $800. But that's beside the point. No, I originally bought that book because I liked the Alex Ross artwork.
Yeah, I mean
that was like a cover buy kind of when I bought that.
But in the DC continuity, does that really matter to any of us?
I don't know.
Depends on the collector that you sell it to.
Yeah.
The sucker you sell it to.
Just like the Batman Beyond, the Superman, Batman, annual number 10 is a continuity into DC universe. But so what? What?
Yeah.
It's just to a point where
actually I think that even that book. Okay, so because I like Batman Beyond and I grew up watching it, the animated series from '99. I like the book, the Batman Beyond #1. I have that, So I bought the other. I didn't buy that modern one you're talking about, the annual number 10. I didn't buy that, but I bought the Superman Batman issue number 23, which there's like a cameo. It's like a weird. There's like two panels where you see him, and they refer to him as Drake or something. They call him some other name. It's like weird, but that's actually predates the annual number 10 too. So that annual 10 is even less of a key than people realize.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Gambit as well. You know, you got X-Men annual number whatever. That, you know, he doesn't talk, but he's there. Okay, I mean, we can talk about it and can argue about the first appearance, but to me, it's like it doesn't really matter to me if it's a continuity or not. You know, well, who else was there? There's Harley Quinn in continuity. That Harley Quinn that Alex Ross covered is, to me, is just a cover by. You know,
Mm-hmm.
then there's also here's another one. First cover appearance of that character. It's like big deal. It was like for me, it's like okay, Mary Jane. Okay, Mary Jane. She was her first appearance in ASM. What I believe was 50. Was oh God? I say I. She was there. She was there. Okay,
Isn't
and
that one of those characters where it's like first appearance of her fingernail, her hand, her silhouette, her face?
no, she was there, but it was always the back of her head, and she finally said, "Oh, you hit the jackpot." That came on ASM number, I believe, was number 37. Uh,
I-
you know,
It has that one orange guy on the cover swinging his fist. I know
yeah,
which one you're talking
yeah.
about. I forgot.
I think it was 40. Anyway, so you got that, and then you got her first cover appearance in ASM number 50. Was it 50 or 60? And that's the one that Spider-Man in the back. You know, she's on the stage singing, and in the back there's Spider-Man punching two rooms. And like, but that's not her first appearance. I mean, why should we even care if it's a character first?
Do you think all those cameos were by design?
No. I didn't think that Mary Jane was going to play a big part until they kept moving, and you know they had to kill Gwen Stacy to order to MJ to be who she is now. But it's like, do we care about a first cover appearance of that character?
I think that depends again. You know, like I think the age of the book really matters and stuff like that. Because a lot of those golden age first appearances, they didn't have them on the covers. A lot of them, there's multiple, whether it's a villain or a main hero or anything like that. A lot of times those golden age books, they just don't have the main introduction on the cover until maybe a few, books later. And those are, in general, golden age books are more expensive than modern age books, just overall in general, from book to book. So I think it kind of mattered in that for like nostalgia reasons and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much that stuff will last or how much that'll go on like with modern age books and young books. I'm not sure that they'll have that same kind of obsession with it.
Well, I think there'll always be a market.
There's always be a market for it, yeah. But I think the ones that really kind of people focus a little bit more on maybe is like maybe the older books and stuff like that. You know, like maybe the Silver Age or Golden Age, primarily Golden Age. I think is that's a big one for stuff like that. I think. So,
Okay. All right. Let me give you guys let me give you guys some kind of a scenario here. Okay. Alex, your character. Who's your favorite character
In Marvel?
in general?
In Marvel, it's the Punisher.
Okay, you got the Punisher, Ron. Okay, Black Widow, Hazeldan. You get okay, Archie. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that. This is you guys' characters. All right, you guys they've been first appearance happens to be let's say in a Silver Age. Let's just say Silver Age, which is I'm just playing a scenario here. But let's say their first appearance happens to be in that certain issue, right, in the Silver Age. But after let's say about 4, 5, 6 months down the line after the first appearance, they decided to make her that character on that cover. and they say, oh, after 6 months of introducing this cover, your Punisher, your Black Widow, your Archie, he's finally made that cover. Would that make a big difference for you guys need to have that book?
For me, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, well,
well,
when
there,
you put it that, yeah,
You
that's
just
a
you
great-
just
then.
you answered it, David. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great point, David. Because you put it into perspective of Archie, and I don't care what the appearance is, I don't care what it is, how minor it is, or how major it is. We like every single aspect of their first cover appearance. Just the cover in general. This is the third appearance of Archie, the fourth appearance
The
of Archie.
floating head, like
Yeah, it's just a little head in the corner of the book. Well, I want that, and it's important to us. So we'll collect it and pay a little bit more for something like that. So that's a great point.
I did the
Yeah,
same.
not for
I did the
everything,
same thing with the
but for
Punisher
that for
too.
us, yeah. So I think with other people,
Okay, I mean, I just
right.
have to make sure that as a favorite character that we collect, does it really matter to have their
Right.
first cover appearance? And you guys answered it, yeah, because it makes your collection more complete.
Right.
Okay. Well, okay,
Correct, yeah.
I can understand that. I mean,
Or all right, I'll answer it in a different way as well. Forget our favorite characters or anything like that. I think a first cover appearance, like you said, if they didn't make their first cover appearance on their first appearance issue, and then when they finally did make that cover appearance, I think some of that is going to have to do with the quality of the artwork and how significant it is. If they're like totally just on there and it's some crazy artist that did them in some dynamic pose and it's just really vivid, crazy, colorful thing that totally grabs you, then there's value there. That's like, wow, that's crazy. It's an iconic cover and he finally made his cover appearance or something. Then I could see like how if it's not their favorite character and it's just like something else that they're collecting, then I could see it. But if they're in the background, you can barely see them. It's like,
It's kind of like the first appearance of Gwenpool.
Yeah.
I think her first appearance is that Howard the Duck #1.
Yeah.
But then there's another one, A Secret Wars, where she's on the cover in the pool after shooting somebody or killing somebody.
yeah.
And I think that's the one that everybody goes for, not the Howard the Duck.
Well, let's see. So
Right.
if the artwork is crazy and done by a famous comic book artist and it highlights the character in a way that's never been seen, then I think that it's justified to some degree.
well, I guess. I mean, there's
Like
a lot of
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, like Wonder Woman, her first appearance is All-Star #8, and I think her first cover appearance is a Sensation #1. Is it the first time she appears on the cover?
I think
Is that
so,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and it's a great cover, and then she has her first solo comic book in her name, which is Wonder Woman #1. So there's three major keys for Wonder Woman. One is because it's the first appearance, which doesn't have her on the cover. Second one is like Sensation #1, which is her first cover appearance, and then her first solo in her name, Wonder Woman #1, and all three of those are collectible books, and I think there's a lot of stuff like that for.
Those are also really great covers.
And they're all every one of those covers are pretty good too. Yeah, more so than the All-Star. The All-Star #8 is good too, but Sensation #1 and Wonder Woman #1 are great covers also. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, a lot of the character we have covered happens to have been introduced during Silver Age and Golden Age, but I'm just trying to put myself into as a new collector
Right.
mentality. And
Well, yeah, I think if it matters to us for certain stuff like that, it's got to matter to people that are collecting now. Like if some kid's now getting into comic books and that's his favorite character, he's gonna love that like we do Archie and like he does the Punisher and like you do Spider-Man. So they're gonna want every aspect of who that character is. Her first appearance, her first cover appearance, her first new costume change, all the little stuff.
Or even just like the best
Oh,
variant.
How golden costume change. You know how many Spider-Man? Yeah, you know how many suits that Spider-Man had over the past 50 years? Gee.
Sounds like Iron Man. All this.
Iron Man too.
Yeah,
Iron
the
Man.
first black costume doesn't cost that much, right?
No, not at all. And people are still
I
thinking
think so.
300, but it's actually 299.
Yeah,
Isn't it $1,000 right now?
I think
In the 98,
Yeah.
in a 98, yeah, you're looking about good $3,500 to $4,000.
Well, you're talking about 240. What's it called? 252?
there's a
252.
couple of them. Yeah,
That's the first, black costume.
It's like $1,000, isn't it? In a 98, or is it more?
It's about
I think it's like
2,300.
Damn, dude, that book went really high.
Well, I'm just talking about as a newsstand, but it's about 2,000 to. It went down to 1,800. I've been keeping track of that book. It went down from 1,800 to 2,000, went back up to 2,300, because there's a rumor that somehow Tom Holland's going to have a black suit or something. So you know,
Can't wait.
yeah. Okay, so here's another thing that drives me nuts is that cameo appearance or first appearance, regardless, it's a first appearance period. Okay.
Actually, they say 180 is the first appearance,
It is,
but they put in parentheses cameo.
yeah. But first appearance is first appearance of that character, right? And everybody's going to talk about ASM 299, ASM 300, Hawk 181 to 180, things like that. But why is people paying so much? If they really care about the first appearance and thing, shouldn't they be investing on ASM 299, which you can get a 9.8 and so much cheaper than the 300? Right now 180 has gone. Huh?
Yeah, I would. And I like the Hulk 180 also. Never had a copy, but I've always wanted a copy. And I kind of agree with you to a certain extent. It might not be the popular view, and it might not be, considered the first appearance, but technically,
it's the first appearance.
It is.
You have it in a panel. They introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the point. Like, you got so 6.0 in a 181 is about 3,800, but on a 180 it's about 1,600. It's about double the amount. I mean, 181 has a cool cover, but if you really, really want a first appearance of that character, it's 180.
But you can't argue with that cover, though.
Yeah, covers matter. Covers do matter.
You got him on the cover. It's like a very iconic cover.
It's a great cover. But I don't know that it's just for the cover either. I don't know. Like, it's
The people have spoken.
I think the people have spoken, and that's just the consensus, and that's what people have decided. And the market matters. That's what the market's decided, and that's what people are going to do. Even though I agree more with you, David, on that stuff, I think first appearance is a first appearance. If they got them in a big splash page and they got them there, and you got a word bubble, then the other one.
Then you get into what's an appearance, because if you see him in shadow, if he doesn't say anything, if he doesn't go by name,
Well, I mean, you got first appearance of Darkseid on a small little TV on the last page, against Forever People #1, which done by Jack Kirby, the whole book. I mean, but still, it outshadows Forever People #1 because it's a Neil Adam cover, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I think and then Superman's, he looks like he's dead there, laying there, right? So that just draws your eye to it as well.
So the bottom line is, does cover actually matters then? I guess it does, right?
It does. Yeah, absolutely.
Ron, are you praying or what? What's your thought? I mean,
I don't really care. I'm just not going to pay a lot of money for books anymore
yeah.
in my old age. Let me show you what I did get, though. Why do you think this is a key for me?
Wait, let me solo you
Got
out.
Ultron on there?
Is it Ultron?
Well, yeah, that's Ultron. Yeah.
At last, the wedding of
I'm sorry, I
Crystal.
don't know the significance of that.
Crystal and Quicksilver.
Okay.
It's a key for me because this is one of those with the Marvel value stamps. It's the
Okay.
Black Widow Marvel value stamp.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Look at Dave.
That's how
You don't
into the
care.
character you are.
Are you praying, Dave?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I forgot you're an avid Black Widow collector. Okay, so I give you.
I think that's a great point. Like, that book is value to you, and to you that matters because it has something you love in it, you know. And I think
Yeah, I don't care about Crystal and Quicksilver. Cares.
Well, I guess it comes to a point where it's collect. I guess collect what you like in a certain character. If you're a completist, go do it. If cover or regardless what the character is, if they're believe that if certain issue is their first appearance, then by all means, get that 180. But it's gonna be an ongoing debate, which is a better. I mean, which is a true first appearance, and to me, I always said 299 was always the first appearance of Venom, but I like the cover of 300. Same with 181. It's way better cover than 180. What other? Also X-Men 266, Gambit is a way better cover than that X-Men annual. So
yeah, that's another example. Yeah.
Do you think that 300 has some way to go down or no?
no.
You think it's just going to sit and then eventually go back?
Well, to me, is that 300 has been overall has been underrated. I thought that 298, 299, and 300 was a very underrated comic for decades, and just somehow I think during the COVID pandemic that this book just blew up, and it's maintained that way. I don't think it ever went down. I think it stays strong compared to other key issue books from the pandemics to now.
Yeah. Like every book, like all those major keys, they went way up and then they went down, but they stayed higher than they were before and held value. If that kind of makes sense. So I think generally, not everything, but the major keys like that. So I think that one's kind of it's holding some value. And it's not from a peak, but so is everything else, and it hasn't crashed or plummeted.
No.
And that book's always just really popular. I think it's a pretty safe book. I think it's a fairly safe book. And
you don't see it going to $2,000?
What do you mean? In what?
ASM 300?
It is at two. It is over 3,000 right now.
No, I mean, do you think it'll go down to 2 or no?
No,
I don't know.
not in a 9.8.
Not a 9.8.
I don't think in a 9.8. I have a 9.6. I bought that for like 400, and I just thought that was very, very cheap, so I got it. And now it's close to what $1,100-$1,200. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm a huge. I love Todd McFarlane, so I had to get that 298, which is very first Spider-Man. 299 Venom, and you got that iconic 300 cover. So it always stay as a set for me. I know. So, but yeah, yeah. Thank you for clearing that first appearance in a certain era, along with, that continuity and things. To me, that continuity is stupid. You know, it's just stupid. I mean, going back to again what you say, it's a cover buy for that Harley Quinn, but everything is a cover buy now if you really think about it.
Yeah.
You know, um, like you even said, even the 300 and 181 is a cover. People will pay more premium due to the cover, not knowing that the first appearance is actually the issue before.
Yeah, covers. It really, it
Yeah.
really, really matters. Yeah, and people will pay premiums for the better covers, even though it's not a key. They'll pay a lot for like a particular cover. Even if it's not a first appearance or anything, it's just you know, this iconic cover. It's just been an iconic cover for a long time, and a lot of those Neil Adams covers, they're just classic, iconic covers. A lot of people love them. A lot of people are Neil Adams fans, and they'll pay top dollar for those just because of the cover. Even though they're not a key or something. And I get that stuff. I understand that to a certain extent, and I think
So
you gotta,
let me ask
be
you, since
careful
we are
about that
talking
stuff. And
about covers, what is that one book that you got is not a significance in regards to a character or story, but you just got it because it's a cover buy? What is that one book that you bought just because of its cover?
Spotter, the
Oh,
the Spotter Ghost.
the Jihyung.
Yeah, the Ji Hung.
Oh, the Spider Ghost.
Yeah, we got that basically for the cover back in the day, and that's one for sure.
Hey, hold on. Let me sort you out on this one. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a pure cover buy.
is that
It's a
Deadpool?
stupid variant.
It almost looked like something was consuming her head at first.
Yeah, no, I did. I was thinking that too. Then I realized it was Deadpool.
That is cool, though. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this was going for a lot of money back in the day, but
all right.
Yeah,
times have changed.
Let me follow you out. Go ahead.
we
Shoot.
picked this up. Yeah, we picked this up because of the cover. It's actually this is the second copy of this that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have two
I
copies of
really
this.
like
And
it.
it's one of her favorite covers, so she just picks it up when an affordable copy comes up and stuff. So that's one of them for us. Nothing, no key, nothing special about it. She just really likes the cover for it.
Can you show a little more?
Yeah, that's, you can
That's
see it
nice.
there. All right. Yeah.
That's cool.
What does she do for a living? Susie.
Looks like it's pretty risque, whatever it is.
Different odd jobs.
Yeah, odd jobs. Yeah,
That's a leading question.
yeah, she looks. Yeah.
And Alex, you say you bought that Alex Ross, Harley Quinn just for the cover buy, and later to flip it for money. As for me,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
was originally going to keep it. It was not an important book to me, though. It was, like I said, it was a cover buy. But then when I saw that it went to like $800, I'm like, I can live without it.
Yeah.
Now, had it been that Adventures 12, Batman Adventures 12, that would have been a different story.
Well, I'm a cover buy as well. I can show you a whole long boxes of books that I bought just for. But there's one book that that really resonated when I asked you this question is that Moon Knight #1 that Bill Sienkiewicz 175. I bought it because it was such a great cover. But
What does that look like?
he's the one that's sitting on a throne.
Oh, yeah. That's a really cool cover. Okay.
It's
Yeah, how you got that. Yeah, I don't ever see that book anywhere. Like it's hard to find.
It is. It's. I mean, I got it on. I remember purchasing on eBay and sending it to CGC.
Yeah.
Came back at 9.6. I sent it numerous times.
Yeah.
They all came back at 9.6. Then I was thinking, I got this book. It's rare. It's so and so, but I sold it. because. And then I realized I really don't give a damn about Moon Knight, and why am I have this book, regardless if it's a great cover, but I could
Yeah.
sell this and make, I don't know, 1,000 times more than what I invested, and why not? Because I really don't care for the characters.
I can't believe that. What was this? What's his channel name? Tito?
Oh, Kingdom
Kingdom
Come.
Comics?
Yeah, Kingdom Comics. I still can't get over him getting rid of that X-Men 101 in such a high grade.
Yeah.
Didn't he sell like a 9.6 or something? Or 9.8, something.
5. He bought it at 9 something, but wasn't it came back as an
Yeah.
8.5?
Mhm.
It was?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought he had like a really high grade of that, and he's originally, and he sold it.
He bought it at 9.2. I think he got it at 9.2.
Yeah.
He cracked open thinking that he
Yeah.
could get a great bump, and later to find out he got back as a 9.85. So
Yeah.
that was
Maybe that's why it's just left a bad taste in his mouth or something.
Yeah.
I mean going
that
back,
would just
Yeah.
going back again is this grading services going, I don't want to talk about CVC or CGC, but it's a grading company that human grades. It's
Yeah.
not a machine that has an algorithm to figure
Right.
out what is not nothing consistent. I seen a guy that cracks open an 8.0, comes back as a 9.6 just
Yeah.
because of clean and press. This to me is like just mind blowing. I can
Pretty
understand.
soon they're going to have the books on a conveyor belt, and an AI thing's going to scan it and just assign the grade.
No, honestly, I wish that is the case. That there's
I
one
do.
guy flipping the page for each comic, and there's a master computer just looking at each angle, it scans it, right? And because that was, I think that's the only way you can get so consistency when it comes to grading.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we collectors have that expectation, like we go over a book and we say, okay, it's in great shape, I'm going to send it for grading. Then you get a low grade. It just ruins it for you.
Yeah, it does.
So that's why I'm just not interested in going through that anymore, because you have such a high expectation, especially when you look at the book yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
thing is, you could be right. I mean, we've submitted books and gotten back same book,
Yeah.
sometimes with no clean and press, nothing, and it just comes back 3 different grades. Like,
Yeah. We've sent in books 3 different times, and they come back in 3 different grades, and then we keep sending it in because we know it's a 9.8, and then it looks like a 9.8 anyway. I don't know why it wouldn't be, and then we finally get the grade, and finally get that 9.8 grade on it. But that happens from time to time,
Is it worth
And
it?
then, yeah, and they have those model books like where it'll be like a 9.9 and a 9.8. You just by your eye or whatever, you really can't tell the difference.
No,
Sometimes.
because there is no difference.
Right.
sometimes you can tell the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8.
Yeah.
There
Other
is
times,
There's
Nine-
a 9.9 and a 9.8, like true 9.8 and a true 9.9. Like it's hard to tell. Like
yeah.
it's without. I don't know how they can tell the difference, and I'm like, well, I don't know why this isn't a 9.8 because
I know what the difference is.
Yeah.
No.
I know what the difference is, though. You know what the technical difference is, right? Or no?
Yeah. Well,
The 9.9 has a single manufacturing flaw.
Which
There's
is
like a flaw. There's a flaw caused by the manufacturing process. I don't know. Maybe it was like a piece of plastic that got like a microscopic piece of plastic that touched something.
come
Seriously,
on. Come,
this is like what I've been told. And then a 10
Right,
has
yeah.
nothing wrong with it. There's nothing. There's no manufacturing, and there's nothing, someone touching it or whatever.
so how do you get a 10? How do you get a 10?
I don't know. how
It
you
comes
can.
right out of the thing.
What
Yeah,
thing?
I don't know.
It would have to come right out of the machine and go exactly in the case in order for that to be.
But somebody has to be touching it.
Yeah.
Now, it would have. I don't know.
It just floats. It just floats into the case.
There's
It would have to be manufactured and immediately,
Okay, you remember that Batman, that Black Label, the
Yeah.
one that kind of has that strong that he.
The first appearance of his Wang.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a car. Okay, I can understand. It's a car stop cover, right? They use.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a square bound. Okay.
Hmm.
I remember that book. A lot of people were getting 9 9s and 10s.
And tens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess he did.
All right. But here's
And
but
but not,
Yeah.
But here's the thing. There is, what's the other book? That book that you guys sent me, Hazeldan, that Ninja Turtle. Was
Yeah,
that
The Last
Yeah.
Ninja or
the last?
That was last,
Ronin
last
the
or
last-
something?
It has almost the same car stock. I mean, they use on the cover, but guess what? There's about 3/4 less of 10s and 9 9s than that Batman Black Label. Why is that?
Yeah.
Why?
I think they were anticipating that it was going to be a sensation, so they were more careful with those. No, I mean because it was the first DC that was supposed to kick off their new adult reader
Yeah.
line or whatever.
I'm telling you, and that's why I haven't been grading any of the books lately, because I just don't trust. I just don't trust the whole grading. So
Yeah.
yes, 9 6 and 9 8. I see a difference, a tick here or maybe color break on the spine. But when it comes to
Yeah.
9 8,
Sometimes
9 and 10,
sometimes 9 6s look better than the 9 8s.
thank you.
Say
That's what I'm saying.
let's say this. When you have the comic book manufactured and it comes off of the press or whatever they use to make it, maybe there's like an extra piece of flake of something and that makes an indentation on the cover and you can't really see it, but that's the 9
Inside where? Inside the pages?
Like when it comes out, maybe there's some debris that flaked off and landed on it, and then
Don't you think that they do cleaning and pressing before they get that thing done? Or they just fresh off the press and they said, okay, grade these, and they'll get a 9 9 or 10. I just can't fathom the idea that who grades it.
I don't think anything goes fresh off the press. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that they have some plans with
I mean,
some
it's
people.
so it's going to be inconsistent.
I
I do
just
too.
Like if you
That's a whole different conversation right there.
if you have a deal with
Like, for example, whenever they graded all those,
You were saying Hazeldan? What? What?
like, for example, like with those Ultimate Fallout things, the acetate covers where they had extra staples in it, a cover not even put out by Marvel. It's just somebody got together and like, hey, we're going to stick some acetate covers over this reprint book, put some extra staples in it, and send it out to CGC and get some 10-0s and some 9-9s. And
Yeah.
so if I were to do that, my book would come back in a 3-0.
Well, your book would probably be an NG.
NNG, yeah, it'd be like non-gradable. Yeah.
That probably will come back as a grade.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
does anyone ever see any of this stuff?
See what stuff?
Have you guys ever seen like a video of them manufacturing a comic book, like in real time?
No, I seen how they do
No.
sports card.
Okay. You've seen them do the machines or whatever, right?
It just comes in a rotary belt and just comes and press and boom, then it goes in. It's almost like, how would I say it? It's almost like printing newspaper.
All right, let me ask you this. So there's no manufacturing device that exists that as part of the process that's integrated within it. The book is printed and then it drops down inside a CGC case and then it's sealed as part of that process. That's the only way I could see something getting like a 10.
No, that's fucked up.
A 10. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
But that's the only way I could see it happening.
no, but I mean, it's got to be a point where the book's been pressed from the presser. Somebody's, trust me, the people at the press are not gonna be wearing a black glove or any type of glove. It's gonna be naked hands touching the book, putting it in a box, put taping on it, and distributing it out to whomever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be some spectacle.
Maybe Jesus held it and he's perfect, so it doesn't touch anything. I don't know.
I don't know. To me, it's like 90, 99, and 10 is all the same. It's depending how much money you have spent with that company. They'll give you that rainbow, that unicorn grade. You know.
There were 10.0s for that Detective Comics 1000, that Alex Ross Detective 27 homage cover.
Yeah,
There were 10s of that.
So wow, but who are getting this?
You know how many?
Hmm?
Do you know about how many 10s were done?
I don't know how many there were, but I've seen them on eBay.
You know.
Okay.
So
Yeah. But is it like, are those submitted from an individual or a dealer?
A dealer, an individual, a company, or I definitely think there's some bias involved with some of that, and some money on. Yeah, I think there's money involved with some of that, though. I do. Yeah.
You know, well, it's just to a point where some of the books that I send out to to Daryl, to get it pressed and clean, knowing that I know that it's not a 9.8. So there's two books that ASM 252 and ASM 569, the second print. I know that was not a 9.8, but I figured, hey, why not? It's a rare book. It's a newsstand. It's a first, Black Spoon. Let me just get this thing, see what grade I'll get. I said 9.6 will be probably the best grade I'll get, and I got a 9.8 on it. And you should have seen the flaws that he had on those two books.
Yeah.
There's no way that should be a 9.8.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just like, well, yeah, okay. You just made my book $2,000, or $1,500. I'm happy, but seriously, that book should not be 9.8.
What grade do you think it should be? I'm just curious.
For the 596 on the second print, I thought that is the most. I said I graded that as a 9.4 because there were some major folds and major scuffs in the back.
Go send it back, Dave, and tell him.
No, I can't do that. And as for the 252, I mean, it's an older book and it was a newsstand, so there were some couple of things. I thought that became a 9.2 at the most, but it came back as a 9.8. I mean, maybe the presser had done such a great job at doing something that probably covered or done something, but I mean, it got a 9.8, and from then on, I was thinking, all right. So I don't even know myself what the grade's gonna be because a lot of the moderns I send out, I swear to God, it should be a 9.8, but it all comes back 9.6. You can't win.
David, check the chat. Check the chat real quick. I mean the chat that we're on.
You have nobody in the chat.
No, in our chat. The StreamYard. I put a little thing there.
Yeah, but who sent that though?
No, I put that in there. Sir, if you look on eBay right now and you search that exact description there's a 9.9 Detective 1000.
Yeah, but guess what? Alex Ross is the one that actually distributed those books through his website.
Makes sense then.
Yeah, so him signing it, and I'm sure CGC probably say, okay, here's 100 of those 10s that you want, or 9.9s. You can do whatever. And I'm sure he probably sold it on his line. I don't know. It's like I never got a 9.9. You know how many years I've been freaking sending books to CGC? Like, never got a 9.9.
Yeah,
never.
We got a 9.9 twice in the same submission, but they labeled them wrong. So
Oh yeah, I remember that
It
video.
was those running books. We have like, yeah, and we got like 299s back, and I was so excited, but then they mislabeled them, so it's the right grade on the wrong book or whatever, or the wrong label. So I was like, yeah, that's great. The 199 I get back from a submission, they screwed that up. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but we've had books before, David, like you're talking about, where we got a comic book convention and got it signed, and then sent it in. I'm thinking, okay, this is probably going to come back in a 9.2. And then we've gotten back in like 9.6s and 9.8s before, submitting them from the convention, getting them signed by the celebrities that are there and stuff like that, and then giving them CGC and getting them witnessed. And they come back and because they got like these dings on it and spot checks, and we didn't get them pressed either. I'm like, yeah, I just want it signed and graded, and I don't care. Like I don't care if it's a 9.2
like
or
triple signed.
Yeah, it's triple signed.
And it was already like we thought maybe 9.0, 9.2. Yeah, but it came back at 9.6.
9.6, and it had like a 2 or 3 spine ticks in it and some dings, and we didn't get it pressed, and it got signed by Capullo, Snyder, and Kubert. So all 3 of them signed it. It's like one of those Batman books, and
one of the variants.
One of the variants, yeah. And so it's a really cool book, but yeah, I was expecting like a 9.2 on it, but we got a 9.6, and happened with another one of those Batman number ones. I thought we were going to get about a 9.4, 9.2, and got a 9.6 in a couple of them, and they got, it's like you can tell on the spine. It's like, well, I have,
But sometimes you can tell the difference between 9.6 and 9.8.
Yeah. You can tell on some of them, but 9.8s and 9.9s, I can hardly ever tell the difference between a 9.8 and a 9.9 half the time. You can sometimes, but they're pretty.
There's nothing wrong with the 9.6 you guys sent me. That last Ronin. Yeah. I went through the whole thing. I was like, why is this a 9.6? I looked at it. I angled it. I put lights on it. For the God of sake, I don't know. Maybe I'm going blind. I don't know, but there is absolutely
we know there's nothing wrong with any of those. They're all 9.8s.
We wouldn't have submitted all those
if we didn't think or believe they were 9.8s, we wouldn't have sent any of them in. So really, they're really all 9.8s. If you want, they're 9.8s. And
there's got to be.
You're saying, Ron?
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, nothing. So, Ron,
I've just been having this lingering suspicion that these guys aren't doing a quality job, particularly at the last hour of their day. So let's say they have an 8-hour shift. It's the last hour, and they're going, okay, looks like a 9.8. That's what I think about those guys. I mean, we're paying a lot of money for it, and you wonder about the quality of their work.
Trust me, I don't think any of the employee does drug tests. They are on. I'm telling you, they gotta be. I mean, for them to be looking hundreds and hundreds of books with that eye, they'll be just like.
I was told one time there were 3 graders. One grades it, and another person, and then their boss. I don't know if that's true.
No,
I don't know how it works, to be honest with you.
It would take forever.
Because nothing is transparent with them.
And now it says like 3 employees.
Yeah.
Nothing is transparent. Like
now
who opened exactly? We don't know.
Let me ask you something. I
mean, the guy will be like eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, licking his fingers, and opening your books and just pinning it. We don't know.
How long does it? Yeah. Let me ask everyone this question. How long does it take you to grade a book the right way?
I said it would take me about half an hour to grade one book.
How long?
Half an hour.
Half an hour?
Yeah, I mean,
I will say that there's times when you look at a book and you have it down for this grade, and because I've done that a lot before, and it's also back in the day, but I can grade a lot better now than I used to. But I look at a book and I go, I think it's probably about a 6.5, and then I look at it like several months later, and I'm like, actually, it looks more like a 7.5. It looks more like a 5.0, and then it's a bit off.
That's the thing.
Every once in a while.
Human error. It's a human error.
Yeah.
But like I was saying,
well, I mean, everything
I was trying to make the point.
Writing matters. Yeah, writing matters.
The point I was trying to make
that take a look at the book, and within 5 seconds, you already know what the grade will be.
No, but I'm saying the point I was trying to make is that it's not a fast process.
It's not.
It takes time to look at it and flip through each page and look at stuff under black light and everything like that. So that how can you just do thousands of books that same way?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine how much it would be if they did it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dude.
but I mean, like Ron was saying, I've heard the same thing. There was like a line. It was like you went through 3 checks and balances through different people, and there was the final oversight, and then and then it comes out. So you're more likely to get the right grade on those. And I don't know if they're just cheap, lazy, and they're trying to save money like a corporate company, and they just don't care anymore. And all they care about is like, well, we're getting millions of books, and I don't really give a crap about our quality. So just if it looks like a 9.8, stick a 9.8 on it. If it doesn't, don't.
I don't know if that's true, but I did hear that the verbiage changed where it no longer says like 3 graders, it says 3
people.
Yeah. So I don't know that they're all
right. The janitor.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, whoever.
But
I don't know about you guys, but
this janitor, I'm telling you, this janitor is freaking pretty much everywhere in CGC. He's receiving the book. He's on the grading.
Hey, Clorox is important, particularly now. I mean, after lunch, you have your 8-hour day, you have your lunch break. What happens after you eat lunch? You kind of get sleepy. Can you imagine these guys doing grading after they just ate, after eating a turkey sandwich? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's.
Yeah.
You don't know that, David. Come on.
I don't know that. Nobody knows what's going on.
You can't say that, David. Come on.
It's Florida.
You have no data. You have no basis for saying it. Come on.
It's Florida. I mean, you can get shit in Florida. I mean, there's no transparency. There's no transparency. You can't even.
It's not like Subway where you can see if they spit in your sandwich, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right.
I would like to know who's handling my books. I would love to see.
I would
okay, this
that
Grader Joe will be your grader. It's just nothing. But anyway, that's just to a point where it's. I don't know. I'm just being very so with comic books now. Even with grading.
Well, don't be cynical about it. You got to enjoy the hobby. Don't be cynical about what's going on.
How can you not be though?
You got to enjoy it. It's like I was telling you about. So I live 30 minutes from San Francisco. This is the first appearance of Godzilla in San Francisco, and the first time Black Widow fights Godzilla.
Oh,
check it out.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
Show that again, Ron. Nice.
Yeah.
San Francisco quakes. Godzilla number 3.
What's Black Widow? Oh, this is Black Widow.
Why is she like Natasha? She's positioned just the way you like her, David. Horizontally.
I know. But what the hell? See,
just the leader of the champions. The champions are fighting Godzilla. Don't you see?
Black Widow saying to Hercules, "Hey," and Hercules not even paying attention.
You gotta love it, Dave. Come on, I'm not gonna send that in for grading. I just love it, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be cynical about the things, but it was just to a point where I'm just done right now with comic books.
Well, we know those grading companies don't have transparency. We don't know if there's quality control, so forget about it. Just enjoy the comics for what they are. You go read the stories and enjoy the art. That's it.
True. That's why I've been buying a lot of Mandy variants.
Yeah, I mean, that's one facet of collecting.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like major Marvel, I'm done for now. I'm done for now. DC, I'm done for now. So, and but like independent books, I mean, I'll buy something that's a little bit raunchy. Like I got that 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 Mandy #1, that risque cover. I'm thinking about buying, the first appearance of Cherry Pop Tart. Funny Comics #1.
I got you on that, huh, Dave?
Well, it's a good read. It's a good read.
Is it really? You bought it for the reading? The quality of the story,
dude.
really.
I never know how funny that comic book is, but she's really no. The thing is that she's really ditzy. She goes into this trouble and not knowing what's going on. Then later she finds, somehow she gets out of it by showing but yeah, like it doesn't take a brainer to figure out what's going on.
All right.
Hey, look, it's been over. God, it's been over 1 hour 45 minutes, and my computer has not lagged. So I guess it works.
That's
Mhm.
nice. Yeah.
Yay!
You're coming in pretty clear too.
I know, and I have no lights here.
Yeah.
I'm just using the light from the computer screen.
That's
That's
badass,
pretty
dude.
cool.
Yeah, freaking Apple, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys all watching this, you guys go check out Apple Vision Pro. I'm telling you, that thing is freaking awesome.
Dave's
I'll
been
wait till
doing
the
some
price
weird
goes down.
things.
I'm telling you, did you guys ever, Hazeldan, have you heard about this Apple Vision Pro? If you have not, go watch their
No,
go watch
we know
their
nothing
9
about any of that.
go watch their 9-minute ad. It's just gonna freaking
Dude.
blow your mind. It's like, what is
Yeah.
this for real?
Yeah. We couldn't
Does it
even
have
turn
cherry
our
Pop-Tart
computer-
in it?
We couldn't even turn our
You
computer
can.
on today.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked that. There's this 3D imaging that you can actually download and make it into 3D, and you just
Dave
Yeah.
doesn't have to go to the strip club anymore.
You're gonna save lots of money now, Dave.
yeah. I'll be losing a lot of weight soon. I'll be burning a lot of calories. All right, I guess we come to a point where my humor has came out, and I think this is to a point we gotta say goodbye.
Yeah.
Before I get banned, I don't want to say anything that would offend the female panel member here. All right, guys. Is there anything that's coming up for you guys, Hazeldan? You guys doing anything? Uploading any videos? Getting any books or hunting for a book?
We got I think we mentioned it before to you guys. We got a major purchase last month, and we ought to have it by August. We
were impulsive.
Yeah, we were a little impulsive, but it was good. It's one of our key books that we really wanted. We didn't think we'd get it. Like, it's a really rare book, so we didn't think we thought we might not ever get it. But it's a little bit lower grade, but it's one of our, it's a good one for us. So I'll be showing that.
Show our other book?
Which one?
The more fun.
I don't think we ever showed it on this channel. No. But it ought to be coming in August, so we'll show it to you guys whenever we get it. We're pretty excited about it. But I gotta get it paid off. But,
Videos though.
Yeah, videos. Nothing. No, I don't think we got any new videos coming out anytime soon or anything like that. Yeah, just
we're slacking.
How about do a movie review on Slapshot? You want to do that?
Dude, I would love to do that. We got the streaming thing where we're streaming it. We still can't finish it.
We can.
Yeah,
We can make that
we'll have to make it happen somehow. But dude, that movie. The last scene we saw was that one where they had those three, the brothers, and they were just knocking the crap out of everybody.
We watched that like 5 times.
Yeah, we just keep watching that. It's so. It's such a great scene.
Wait a minute, David, you've never seen Slapshot either?
No, I have not.
Oh my god.
No.
Well, I tell you, you can't show it in movie theaters nowadays. It would offend too many people.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely not PC.
Yeah.
Gee.
I mean, it's like half a century old almost, right? But it's hella funny.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's really
definitely
funny.
Watch
it. Yeah.
Who's a pretty good hockey? Well, somebody said Goon is a pretty good hockey movie. Haven't watched that either.
Yeah, I gotta see it, but we haven't seen that either. Yeah.
All right.
The only
Anything?
hockey movie I've seen is Miracle. Okay.
What movie? Nightmare.
Miracle, the Disney one.
Yeah. Miracle. It has Kurt Russell in it, and it's about the
Miracle
1985.
on Ice.
Yeah, about the 1985 hockey team, USA hockey team that beat Russia.
Oh no, I
Maybe they
haven't
beat Russia. I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
seen it either. I think the last Kurt Russell
Yeah.
movie that I saw was Escape from New York.
No, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He's
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's a
right.
great one.
Yeah, he was the Eagle of the Living Planet. That's right.
Yeah.
That's how bad that movie was.
Captain Ron.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Captain Ron. That's a great one.
Alex, are you frozen or are you just what's
Well, because you were talking about Hulk 180, I had to see what it was going for right now. Because
What is it going
ever
for?
since you mentioned that Hulk 180,
He's like in 3 hours.
no, Alex is hunting for 180 now.
because I had one. I had a 6.5, and I bought it for like $700, and then I sold it for 800. I'm like, oh, I'll get it, and then I was like, I want it back.
Fair warning.
It's worse.
Yeah.
All right. Anything? Well, CBA. Anything happening in your channel or anything you want to discuss before we say goodbye to all?
No, I should make a video, but I don't want to. I'm too lazy.
You know, I hear you.
I'm over that, man.
I hear you.
And my channel sucks anyway, so.
Hey, look, we had one viewer throughout the whole thing, and now we got 4 people. So
No.
thank you, everyone.
Well, let's ditch him.
You came at the wrong time. You guys should have came in.
Watch it on the rewind.
As for me, I gotta still work on my top 5 covers thing that Alex has done, and I got a few shorts. I bought some scratch tickets, so load up the thing, and along with that, I got
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you. And I got a comic haul for. I think this will be the last comic haul for this year.
Okay.
End of year comic haul. I'm looking forward to it.
You're all comic haul, so I don't know if I should just wait until August or what, but that should be coming within the next month or so. And that's pretty much it. And I think within the 2 weeks from now, we'll be all together again, hopefully. And hopefully I'll get some lights and have something here. If not, then move this to my comic book room and hopefully get a better view of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And like I said, Bob's comic, you came in too late. Jedi, yeah, we're good to see you, but we gotta go. And that's pretty much it. Also, Jason, congratulations on your kids graduating. I think it was your twins that graduated from high school, I think, if not college. So congratulations on that. And Bob's comic, I'm gonna check out your channels. I'm gonna subscribe to you and see.
He's asking about Heroes Con.
Hero and no, what is that? If that's in California, no. The only con that I go to is Emerald City Comic Con, which is in Washington. You're welcome, Jason. So that's pretty much it, guys. CBA, Comic Book Galore, Hazeldan, thank you very much. Love you all. And one day, I'll definitely will have Ron sing us a song with his sexy voice. Yes. Yes. All right, guys.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Bye.